Good evening, fellow humans on the. Yes, it's the man from another planet. Welcome. Glad you could join me here. I know you think you can go from here to there, but the earth is so flat, it makes me wonder if we ever landed on the little moon. The little moon, so close. And yes, this is true. Uh, right. Yeah, shit, I missed that. Rich. Well, anyway, all you fellow humans, I'm glad you like my lovely eyeballs. They're diamonds. They're diamond eyeballs. So the main thing is the earth is flat. These people that think they live on a spinning ball, some spinning ball going through space. Yeah, jeez, that's a crock of shit. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, it is really a crock of shit. And I mean a hell of a crock of shit. So I want these ball earthers to prove that the Pacific Ocean is curving. It's a big ocean, the Pacific Ocean. Damn, it's big. I live right on the Pacific Ocean, and it's huge. And I've swam in the Pacific Ocean. I respect that big ocean because, hey, you don't respect something that size, you're an idiot. Because it'll eat you like real fucking fast. Yeah. Shit, I'm gonna get this. I want to get this. Yeah, there's something weird. But do it this way. Now, fuck. Now let's talk. Like I said before on my last tape, let's talk Antarctica. Antarctica. Damn, I'd like to go down and take my Canadian spacecraft down there, or my Canadian ship that I designed in 1970, which is 100 years ahead of any warship on the planet Earth, and go have a cold beer down there. One of these. Well, excuse me. But as I say before, and I'm one hell of a good looking guy. Shake my head. But let's get into the real technology about ball Earth. As people have said, well, gee, I live on a ball. Well, 500 years ago, a bunch of idiots said, And these guys, you know, they wrote some bullshit books and they taught these bullshit books to every fucking human on the planet. And they said, this is the way it's going to be. And that's what you learned. That's what you learned. They told you that it's a ball. They told you you're living on a ball. A ball of what? A ball of spaghetti? It's a pile of shit. You got to use diamond eyeballs. You use your diamond eyeballs, you'll see the light. And then you'll know that it's flat. And yes, it's flat. Fuck. I mean flat. You know, you think you landed on the moon. Yeah, sure. Yeah. You landed on the moon. It's like putting in a pack of popcorn in the microwave oven. That's how they landed on the moon. Oh, excuse me. But of course, you must always think, use your human brain. Regurgitate something that you've been taught and say, hey, wait a minute. This damn stuff don't work. Like shit. You know, they don't let me go to outer space. No one's been to outer space. It's all a pile of shit. You know. You know, it's like going out to an outhouse. You dig a hole, you put an outhouse over the hole. So people can go have a fucking shit. Period. But, okay, how you guys doing? No, but in science and technology, I am 1,000 years ahead of NASA. They're very slow. And I think if you keep listening to my tapes, I will educate you about how and if we can travel to outer space. But right now, they are just a pile of garbage. Now, getting back to technology, and I got here. I'll show you. I got Mars right behind me. Ooh, Mars right behind me. You know, well, it's like driving a fast motorcycle. Well, if you don't know how to drive it, you don't put a girl on the back of it. Let's put it that way. Because you might want to kill yourself, but you don't want to take a lovely lady with you. That's for sure. Now, getting into NASA, like I stated before, years ago, like if they landed on the moon, like you're gonna have to have a lot of oxygen, and you know you got to put those oxygen in tanks, you know, and this oxygen creator they supposedly had on the LEM that doesn't that won't do it because you're breathing all the time, you know. That won't do it. You know, the math doesn't figure out. Go try the math on the oxygen, what you're breathing. what you need in your lungs. Us humans, we need, you know, we need oxygen. You can ask any scuba diver and stuff like that, man. You got to know what you're doing if you're gonna, you know, uh, do diving in our oceans on the flat Earth. You got to know what you're fucking doing. It's serious shit, and you got to know the pressure of the water on that. Look into it. There's people. Hey, these people know what they're doing. You know, they're class people, man. Like, you know, fuck. It's, you know, when you know how to do a certain job and you're good at it, you're good at it because you've been taught by the best humans that know it. But why all this silence about, you know, going to the moon? I mean, that's a fucking joke. Jesus. You know, but like I say, the beers are cold, the girls are naked, and the earth is flat. And I really like fellow flat earthers, and I'm not against ball earthers. They just have to see the light, you know, whatever light that may be. But damn, I mean, it's getting kind of obviously, that you've been fucked 500 years ago. You've been fucked good. And I must admit, you know, I was conned by that shit 500 years ago. These guys, they come up with this ball earth thing. And I got to admit, most people 500 years ago, there was no public education. Most people couldn't read and write. Study your history. And these were the elites or whatever they want to call themselves or whatever humans they want to call themselves. But we're all human. We're all fantastic. And we're all beautiful. And we got it. I got it full blast in the 50s. Yeah, fuck. I said, but I questioned it. You know, I would advise any flat earther, you know, especially young guys, young girls, go out, drive out in the country, drive out in the country, sit down with the one you love, put down a blanket, have a couple of beer, and spend the night out in the forest. Look up at the stars. And I think you'll realize that 500 years ago, the fuckers were just a pile of fucking garbage fuckers. And I'll tell you, you realize that love the one you're with because, you know, that's how great us humans are. This warring on the planet Earth is ridiculous. These religions are ridiculous. Do you think a fish swimming in a big lake gives a fuck about war on this planet with these humans? No, that fish don't give a shit. But that fish will feed you. But if you have a lake, whatever size lake, if you fish it out, that lake is a dead lake. And I mean a dead lake. you know, you know, I'm from Canada, and we have more lakes than any country in the world. And we try to protect our lakes, but we can't be there all the time. You know, we have rules and regulations about how many fish to catch or whatever, regardless, you know. But I fished on a dead lake, and it's not good. You know, you take the boat out, you put a nice dew worm, and say maybe I can catch a fish. Maybe I can catch a fish. You know, but a dead lake, you ain't catching nothing because it's not the point it's been fished out. It's the point is somebody has done a net job on the lake. And that happens worldwide. The main thing is us humans are the best. We're the smartest species on this planet, and we're damn good. We're the best. Yeah. And the earth is flat. And the main thing is the beers are cold. And like I say, keep the motorcycle under 100 miles an hour because when you get over 100 miles an hour on a motorcycle, you're moving. You're really moving. It's not bullshit. You're really moving. And if you're in a car and you're doing 140 miles an hour, you're really moving. You're really moving. And if you fuck up, it's a mess. It's a mess for a lot of shit. So drive motorcycles safe. Drive cars safe. But when you get over that 100-mile-an-hour limit, well, you got to realize, hey, you're moving fast. You're moving fast. You know, make sure the car is in great shape, got brakes, regardless. There's nothing wrong on the open highway letting that fast car go. There's nothing wrong. But in heavy traffic and stuff like that, you have to understand some people are not as good car drivers as you are. You know, and it's the same with motorcycles. You know, I mean, I'm a very good motorcycle driver, but I wouldn't say I was the best. But damn good. But I mean, us guys that have driven fast motorcycles, we always try to educate guys coming up, and so would any mother or father. The same thing. It doesn't matter what race it is. I mean, you got to respect the power of the vehicle that you're putting your legs around. They're very fucking fast. Very fast. It's not a macho thing or anything like that. It's just like you get from A to B real quick. You know. You know. But remember one thing that the earth has always, like I said before, 500 years ago, these guys said, "Oh, the Earth is a ball. The Earth is a spinning wet tennis ball." I don't know. I mean, shit. I live on the Pacific Ocean and I respect it because it can take my life any time. And I swam out in the Pacific Ocean. You know, and I don't see it doing any curving. It's not, flat Earth is not going to go away. There's no way. It'll be here for 80 billion years. 80 billion years. But I think in 2 years, we're going to jail all these ball Earth nutcases and all these fuckers that are screwing the human race with this garbage, with this so-called space shit. Yeah, it's a total pile of turd shit. You know, you know. Like I was saying to a friend, like Florida. If you ever get to Florida, it's real fucking flat. I mean, it's real flat. You know, that's as flat as you can get from one side to the other side of Florida is quite a few miles, but it's flat, and that's right at the equator. Do the equations, do the math. You know, people are fed up with the garbage that is spewed out by these dumb fucks. So have a cold beer, relax, be with the lovely woman you're with, because she's gorgeous, and keep the cars under 100 miles an hour and the motorcycles under 100 miles an hour because you're moving. Doesn't matter. You're moving, man. When you're doing 100 miles an hour in a car or a motorcycle, you're fucking moving. That's not slow on the flat earth. And best of luck to all us human species. And one of these days, we're going to go and have a nice big shit on the moon. You fucking right we will.